अब मैं विनम्रता पूर्वक माननीय श्री नायडू जी से अनुरोध करती हूं कि वो हमें संबोधित कर हमें अनुग्रहित करें। सर, वी रिक्वेस्ट यू टू प्लीज एड्रेस द ऑगस्ट गैदरिंग।
Namaste and good morning. Secretary Ministry of Civil Aviation Samir Kumar Sinha ji, President FedEx Ms. Kami Vishwanathan ji, and President for Commercials GMR Airports Rajesh Aroja ji, senior leadership and teams from both FedEx and GMR, all the important dignitaries and stakeholders that are present here and friends from the media, once again a very warm and good morning to each and every one of you. I'd like to first start by congratulating both FedEx and GMR on the auspicious groundbreaking occasion of a new air cargo integrated facility at the GMR Airport, Delhi. In fact, FedEx is one of the largest cargo operators across the world, and GMR being the largest airport operator in India, I feel this is one of the greatest partnerships that you will ever see in aviation happening tomorrow. And this creates a lot of confidence for us in the ministry and from the government who is trying to power forward the air cargo movement in the country. So thank you once again for this powerful combination that you are offering us, and congratulations on this groundbreaking occasion. And I truly believe that this is definitely going to be a significant endeavor for all of us. And if you look at one of the principles of Arthashastra, which Kautilya has mentioned 2000 years ago, the fundamental truth of that observation is that prosperity of a nation depends not only on what it produces, but on how efficiently that produce moves. And I believe that that principle is very, very relevant for us today in India, where connectivity is not only about the distance, but connectivity is about the efficiency also. Today, when FedEx is progressing from facilities spread across 50,000 square feet to an integrated facility of 2.3 lakh square feet, the most significant impact it is creating is in scaling of processing capacity from 600 packages per hour to 5,000 packages per hour. And I would also like to share that BCAS, which is the civil aviation security wing of ours, is also working on the transition from conventional 2D X-ray screening technology to computed tomography explosive detection systems, which is only, the machine is only going to increase the throughput from 600 packages per hour to more than 2,500 packages per hour. So how we from the government are also assisting the speed of this cargo movement can be seen by this initiative that we are bringing in. And my vision is to strengthen the air cargo industry from what used to be seen as a bottleneck industry to becoming the backbone of the Indian economy. And multiple interventions have been done, especially in the last 2 years regarding this. Based on the industry feedback, the requirement of mandatory rescreening of transshipment cargo was identified as one of the key bottlenecks. It was affecting the turnaround time, handling costs, and also leading to congestion at the airports, whereas the objective was to cut down the average processing time from 8 to 6 hours. So we revised the whole transshipment security framework to exempt the rescreening for a specific route, and this proof of concept which we started for Chennai, Delhi to Frankfurt from the D2I international transshipment, it was conducted by Air India and the GMR airport in Delhi. And I'm very delighted to share, just like our Samir Sinha ji said, that the average end-to-end transit time has reduced from almost 60 hours to 17 hours. So imagine one intervention, one policy reform for the government, the impact that it creates in cargo. And just like how we started the Chennai, Delhi and Frankfurt, internationally we have added Copenhagen and London Heathrow also. And domestically we have tried to add 5 more to this proof of concept, and we are very, very sure the kind of confidence and the kind of excitement the industry is showing, the volumes are definitely going to rise exponentially in the future. So just like the transshipment, we have also regarding this, on these routes, Air India is expecting monthly cargo tonnage increase of more than 80%. Right now we have handled less than 5% of our air cargo through transshipment. And just to give a comparison internationally how we are standing in transshipment, 5% of our cargo is transshipment, whereas in Hong Kong it is 75%, Singapore it is 65%, and Dubai is almost 60% of transshipment. And just by raising India's transshipment share to even 20%, we can unlock a potential revenue advantage of up to 5 billion US dollars. So this is a high impact area for all of us. So we are trying to see how to strengthen our position to ensure that the percentage of transshipment in the country increases. And when the cargo moves faster, I believe that the aspirations of the country also move faster. Cargo, just like how we have done the transshipment, another intervention that we are trying to spearhead is the air freight stations policy. The objective is the same, where we want to increase the cargo efficiency by enabling end-to-end cargo processing at off-airport facilities. We can decongest our cargo terminals and use that area for further aviation development at the airport. This we feel is going to make a major impact in improving our cargo efficiency. Schiphol Airport in the Netherlands is a very good case study for this. Their airport, airlines, freight forwarders, customs, ground handlers and trucking companies share information with each other and coordinate the whole cargo movement. As a result, airport is not required to perform every cargo activity within its limited terminal space. Cargo can arrive in the airport in a more organized and shipment ready form. Likewise, Norway's Oslo airport also has been one of the most sophisticated seafood cargo systems in Europe. And from truck to aircraft, the cold chain there remains uninterrupted. So you see that how increasing the efficiency and increasing the infrastructure and the systems around the airport and the air cargo, how the whole efficiency from end to end, from the last mile connectivity to the airport, from the factory to the airport, how the whole speed of this transshipment can increase. This is one good example that we are picking up from the international global standards, and we are trying to see how we can involve it in our Indian cargo ecosystem. Our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, who has been spearheading this whole logistics movement, airports, aviation, road transport, rail transport, sea transport, whatever you pick up, you have seen that in the last 12 years, we have achieved subsequent progress than what we have seen in the last 75 years in the country. And this has been the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. And one powerful mantra of his that we are trying to take it in aviation is the zero defect and the zero effect policy. This is to produce goods of the highest quality while minimizing their impact on the environment. And as we believe, the aviation industry has collectively taken it one step further, zero defect, zero effect, and now we are moving into zero delay also. Zero delay from the city side gate to the cargo processing bay, zero delay from the terminal floor to the aircraft belly, zero delay from wheels up to the destination market. Air cargo is not only moving volumes for us, but it is also carrying a lot of value. Air cargo carries close to 1/3 of global trade by value, while accounting for less than 1% of global trade by weight. I think a lot of the industry people already understand this metric, but this gives us the strength that air cargo creates for us. And it is about moving the most valuable, most specialized goods when time matters the most. And that is the success story which we want to create in India. Another example that we have seen here is Peru, where between 2015 and 2025, Peru's exports increased from astonishing 168%, 5 times higher than the world average. Air cargo played a very significant role in that. 93% of Peru's perishable exports like blueberries and mangoes were done through air cargo. And the uniqueness and volume advantage of Indian fruits and vegetables and Indian perishables that the market is going to create is something that we need to tap into as we go forward. And we have already seen certain successes in that. Thanks to our UDAN scheme, we have spread our airport network across the country. From 74 airports in 2014, we have created 166 airport network. Through the UDAN scheme extension, we are going to create 100 more airports in the next 10 years. By 2047, the goal of Viksit Bharat 2047, we want to create a network of more than 350 airports in the country itself. So when you're going to spread this airport network to the tier 2 and tier 3 destinations, the products of that locality, which were only catering for the local market, now gets open to the largest domestic market and also the international market. And more importantly, when we talk about air cargo, is what the perishables that we are going to create, the fruits and the vegetable markets and the demand that it has across the world, I think there is a huge potential for us there. And as we have seen in the last few years, when we have started expanding on this airport network, Pune's dragon fruit has been reaching Abu Dhabi. Bangalore's Baripur guava is reaching Singapore. Darbanga's Shahi Lichi is reaching UAE and Italy. Gir's Kesar mango is reaching London. These are just examples, few examples. And then we have GI tag products just like Mysore Maliga, the jasmine flower of Mysore, with a unique fragrance which can greatly benefit improved cold chain logistics, and which is a great product for our perfumes and colognes. That has been another success story for us. And with this, we see that we are not only increasing the efficiency of our air cargo, but at the last mile, the farmer who is producing these products is actually getting 25% in return. The income is getting increased by 25%. So just by increasing the efficiency, just by creating a seamless network so that their products can travel across the world, the impact that you're creating to the farmer is also quite high, significantly high. So there is a meaningful impact that we are creating through this. So Honorable Prime Minister in his Independence Day also highlighted the tremendous potential of our textile industry from Ludhiana to Tirupur also. Now imagine the role air cargo can play in building our own cities like Manchester's, where the textile hubs have been flourishing for years. We can now give wings to the Prime Minister's vision of farm to factory by connecting the factory to the foreign land. We are the link between the Indian producer and the global consumer, and that is why we say we cannot be the bottleneck, we have to be the backbone. India has to become the backbone of air cargo, and that is the vision that we have for the future. According to the IATA, 1% increase in air cargo connectivity is associated with a 6.3 increase in total exports and imports. This is the potential that the industry holds for us today. Under the aspirational leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, our ambition is to handle 10 million metric tons by 2030. Last year we have handled roughly 3.96. It is an aggressive and ambitious target, but thanks to the partnerships that our airports are making with people like FedEx, we see that this is a very unique combination, and we get a lot of confidence when we say that we are going to reach 10 million metric tons by 2030. FedEx, what it is doing here today, is going to contribute a lot into that growth story. So thank you once again for FedEx for coming up with this good idea of increasing the throughput. Because what we have observed, the vision is very, very clear for us when it comes to air cargo. We need to increase the volumes, we need to reduce the time, and we need to reduce the cost. So whatever sits in this model of doing these three exclusive things for air cargo, we are going to support the industry, we are going to support all the stakeholders in this regard, and this is going to be one of the most important things as we go forward, because another thing that we identified was the infrastructure at the airports. Infrastructure at the airports, to be honest, very clearly there has been a strong focus on the passenger related services, the passenger terminals and how the aircrafts are moving and everything. But we have been missing out on quite the potential of the air cargo. But now things are moving very strongly in that regard. We have also taken it as a priority. The stakeholders are also coming up with innovative solutions. They are giving us very good feedback, which is very important for us in our policy making, in our drive forward. So when all of this is collectively happening, that is why in the last 2 years we have seen quite a lot of success in this air cargo, and as we move forward with the increase in the infrastructure, increase in the stakeholder commitment in this, definitely I feel that the numbers that we have set, the targets that we have set for ourselves are quite achievable for us in the future also. PM Gati Shakti and national logistics policy has already been laid in front of us, and which has also created a strong foundation for us. We sit at the crossroads of both the east and the west. Within just 4 hours to 6 hours flying time, we can reach nearly 60% of the world's population. I think this is a very important metric that we have to see. And the digital era is also in favor of us with the kind of technological talent and the backup that we have in the country. With IceGate, we have transformed the custom clearance also. Today, cargo stakeholders can file documents electronically, make payments digitally, track their consignments through a single digital gateway. We are also planning our airports to be beyond our passenger transit points. Delhi Airport has already emerged as India's leading air cargo gateway with 1 million metric ton cargo moving per annum. I think this also deserves a round of applause for the GMR Dial Airport on how they have tried to improve the cargo ecosystem here in Delhi itself. And now the 50-acre integrated cargo city vision will further strengthen its ability to evolve as global logistics hub. The Hyderabad airport is also a good example, which has emerged as one of the most important pharma gateways, with nearly 70% of outbound cargo volumes linked to pharmaceutical shipments. Cargo infrastructure is being developed across the country. We are having the regular airports where the cargo terminals are going to be built. But first time we have gone with the vision of why not just have cargo airports itself? Why not build the whole airport with cargo at its core? So we have the Noida Jewar airport, which is set to handle 1.2 million metric ton annually in an 87-acre multimodal cargo hub. Then Bhogapuram, which has come up recently, the cargo terminal is being built across 5,000 square meters, handling capacity of 25,000 metric tons on the east coast. And then Dholera is another example in Gujarat, where the whole airport is being developed with a cargo-centric approach. And under the Viksit Bharat of our Honorable Prime Minister and of the country, we are building world-class cargo infrastructure supported by progressive policies. And before concluding, I would like to encourage the cargo industry to take lead in AI-related goods such as data storage units, servers, memory chips. India is becoming a very strong manufacturing hub and a hub for these semiconductors, electronics. Today we are the second largest mobile manufacturing country in the whole world, and we are putting sky as the limit and going forward in the electronics market. Pharmaceuticals is another strength, perishables, aquaculture. So in terms of how do we bring in more capacity into this air cargo network, it is all depends on how do we do the right steps as we go forward, and together we have to encourage the cargo industry and increase the volumes in the air cargo industry. And in 2025, we accounted for 53.5% of the value of air transported trade, while representing only 7% of its volume. And I see that the interdependence between air cargo and AI-driven economic activity is definitely going to expand in the future. So let us collectively strengthen our capacity to compete not only within the country with the other transport logistics systems, but also across the world. And we are confident that the integrated air cargo hub in Delhi will further improve the ease of doing business at the Delhi cargo terminal. And I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and everyone in the cargo industry in the country. And I've been trying to interact with them for quite few months altogether, attending their summits or attending their events that they are holding regarding this, just to try to see what else can we do from the ministry. And their feedback has been very, very important for us. And going forward also, I commit myself to engaging more and more with the industry and coming up with better policies in this, because we feel the kind of momentum that is getting created in the country under the dynamic leadership of our Prime Minister, logistics is going to be the key for us to unlock the potential. And air cargo logistics has a very, very specific role to play in terms of our manufacturing, strengthening our MSMEs, our e-commerce network, and making our products reach to the global destinations right on time. Air cargo is going to play that key role, and we are here to strengthen your hands in getting this done. And thank you once again, and congratulations to FedEx and GMR collectively for getting this initiative together. And they have said that 18 months they're going to take. And my only suggestion, if you can do it earlier, then it will be all the more better. We are trying to build airports in 18 months, so cargo facility should probably be done much earlier itself. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much for this. I have a cabinet meeting at 11 o'clock, so I have to hurry from here. But thank you very much for being here. Congratulations. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.